polls coming up this weekend as Senate President Godswill Akpabio rallied Edo for Okpebholo. Also developments from the security wing where the police has barred quasi-security outfit. We'll bring you all that detail. I also head straight to Rivers State where the IYC elections witnessed some skirmishes. How did that play out is our focus here today. Of course, this is not all. A lot of other sub reports we'll be bringing for you on Niger Delta today. Thank you for sticking around. And right after this break, we're going to delve straight into it. Stay tuned.
Step into the heartbeat of the world where news meets real talk. From breakthroughs in diplomacy to humanitarian challenges and scientific milestones, Global Digest takes you beyond the headlines and straight to the heart of the matter. I am Ama Marcus. Be a part of the world unfolding stories at 3 p.m. on ABN, channel 258 on DSTV, and Star Times, channel 140. Global Digest, your window to the world's current affairs, only on Advocate Broadcasting Network.
In a world of overwhelming voices where everyone has different opinion on different issues, it is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Banigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an invocative program that touches the core of our existence.
Thanks for staying tuned. Well, let's bring you some reports here in Akwa Ibom State where Governor Pastor Moeno has announced plans to create a delivery unit aimed at monitoring progress, ensuring accountability and facilitating the prompt implementation of his administration's commitments to the citizens. Pastor Eno made this announcement during a Sunday worship service and noted that the unit will be led by an executive advisor who will be appointed on October 2024 to ensure the efficient execution of projects under his administration. The governor emphasized the need to establish a unit dedicated to overseeing and expediting the implementation of plans and projects. Let's let you have a view of that particular clip.
What we decided to do is to create delivery advisors, and so we're working very hard because we must work. There is a chemistry. His job is to ensure that for everything we have said we will do, he sits down and makes sure we do that. I've seen a lot of our young people, we are very hardworking and quite nice. Young people. But there are still some people who believe that money should just come to them for doing nothing. They just believe that. My dear brothers and sisters, nobody ever sits down and gets gratis and become wealthy in life. Nobody gets wealthy by the token and handouts. Nobody does that. We must change our orientation as a state. We must continue to encourage hard work.
Well, others, a lot of issues when it comes to accountability of government and the ability of government to stick to its manifesto, its blueprints. I think this particular development from the state government aims to address that. Oftentimes you hear government making lofty promises to the people, but then it's as if they at the point develop amnesia and forget some of the things that they had set out to do. And then if this particular setup is supposed to come to light, I'm sure it's going to help address the issue of forgotten promises, the forgotten plans by the state government. Or what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. But this delivery unit, is it just for the promises and plans? What about projects?
Projects too.
I thought we had this project monitoring team in the state, which actually goes about vetting the projects, the quality and all of that. So are they going to work hand in hand, or this is a separate unit?
No, that's what we're going to have to find out.
Okay.
But basically, I feel the idea is about how government promises, projects and plans for development within the state is supposed to be tracked and ensuring that they are accomplished to the letter.
Was that not the same responsibility of the project monitoring team?
Well, we are going to find out why it had to be. We've been talking a lot about duplication of responsibilities and roles of government, which most times leads to a lot of expenditure that are not properly accounted for. So probably the government is going to have an explanation for this so that we are sure we are not creating another agency that is only going to act as a duplication of what we already have existing on ground. Well, there's a lot of other reports coming in within the state. This time, Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino announced the release of 60 billion naira for acquisition of 2 new aircraft. The governor made this announcement as a result of a meeting he had yesterday at the Mbombare BBO here in Akwa Ibom State. The CRJ 900 aircraft for the state-owned airline is supposed to augment the activities of Ibom Air. Let's let you have a view of that particular clip.
I am very proud to announce to Mbogo that we have released 60 billion naira to Ibom Air to acquire 2 new CRJ 900 aircraft from the state government coffers, and we didn't have to borrow. We have saved them from that debt. If we were frittering away state funds, this state will not have afforded to finance the purchase of that aircraft. I love the ideals of this foremost social cultural organization, that we can come together as a people, young people, maybe young at heart, but young people in our mind, may not be by age, to contribute to the growth and development.
Okay, before we get more reactions on that, still in Akwa Ibom State, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, on Saturday elected its new state executive committee. The election, which held at Uyo Township Stadium, saw Anyekan Akpan, the chairperson of the PDP in the state, re-elected for another term. Now, with all of this that is happening, I think the PDP is charting a new course when it comes to their activities in the state. And I must say they've had a very strong hold in the state, and we don't know what's next in their coffers. We don't know what they have for the people, but I think as time goes on, we're going to find out all of that.
Absolutely, and then it's particularly significant that they made some changes. They moved around some positions, like the publicity secretary for the PDP was changed to a popular name within the media, Edwin Ebiese, and we're hoping to see what the PDP hopes to achieve with those changes they made in some of the key roles within the PDP. With
the re-election of their state chairman of the committee, I think he has done his homework. He actually performed well, and that's why he had to sit again.
He had to be extended. Well, a lot happening within the political scene. As you know, the local government polls in Akwa Ibom State, it's just lurking at the corner. The All Progressives Congress will formally flag off its campaign for the local government election on Wednesday, September 18, 2024. This is according to a press statement released and signed by the state chairman of the party, Stephen Tupepo. The elaborate event will hold at Ikotokpene Township Stadium, and we've gathered that the Vice President of the Federation, Senator Kashim Shettima, will be the special guest of honor, and other dignitaries expected at the event would include the Senate President, Senator Godswill Obodo-Fabio, President of the Senate, that's the President of the Senate. We also expect Vasi Otu, the Cross River State Governor, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, who is the National Chairman of the APC, the Honorable Minister of the State Petroleum Resources, Gas, and Senator Itayanang, the Chairman of the Local Government Election Campaigns, and other chieftains, stakeholders and members of the party from across the state. Well, there's a lot of developments ahead of the local government polls in Akwa Ibom State. At a point I was thinking, what's happening with the APC when it comes to the local government polls? I wasn't really hearing much from that camp. So getting to hear about this particular development as they flag up their campaigns for the local government polls, it shows that they are ready to also give the PDP a ride for their money.
Yeah.
We are going to connect now virtually with our guest, a social commentator, political analyst, the person of Barrister Ndifreke Yang. He joins us virtually to look at some of the trending issues here at home and, of course, in other areas that we'll be looking at, especially the upcoming elections in Edo State, where the election of the governor seems to be generating a lot of controversies from security issues and the PDP complaining of, activities to scuttle, the successful outing of the PDP. We'll bring you all that in detail as Barrister Ndifreke Yang joins us virtually. Barrister Ndifreke, you're welcome on Niger Delta today.
Thank you very much for having me, Xavier.
You're welcome, Barrister.
Good morning, good afternoon, Nigerians, and good afternoon, Nigerians. It feels so good to be here for the very first time.
You're welcome, Barrister Yang. Let's start from the very top. The Akwa Ibom State government is planning to set up a platform that is supposed to check the activities of government, the development plans, the promises it has made to the people. And we know we're not unfamiliar with the realities in the country where a lot of promises are usually made by political leaders, heads of government about their plans for the people. But then eventually it might seem as though these promises are not met to the latter. What do you make of this plan or move by the state government? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm having a little technical glitch. Can you please come again with the question?
Yes, I was about asking you about the Akwa Ibom State government's delivery unit. The governor announced that it'd be setting up a delivery unit to checkmate government's plans, development for the people, and also see to it that these promises and projects are actualized to the latter. I'm asking, what do you make of this development? Is it a welcome development in light of what we know about what happens in leadership in the country, where the politicians mostly make promises, but then they don't end up fulfilling these promises to the letter?
Okay, so this is a very welcome development, and I must give it to the governor of Akwa Ibom State, for setting up the delivery unit. Of course, we all know what happens in Nigeria, where billions of naira are being voted for projects. At the end of the day, those projects are not delivered, and then the people that are supposed to benefit from the project do not benefit from it. And government keep wasting money over and over again, and then you discover that in Nigeria there is so much abandoned projects. Over and over again, go from the north to the south, everywhere, abandoned projects everywhere, because of lack of delivering this project. And so at this time, for the state government to set up a delivery unit that will track down and ensure that projects are delivered on time, project meets the standard required, and then the project people, the government as well as the citizens have value for the money expended on each of these projects is very, very important, and is very commendable, because it shows that this government is ready. This government is not going to be like every other government that we've been seeing. This government wants to ensure that they get value for money, and that they want to also ensure that whatever money that is spent, the money will be well spent. The people will have benefit of this money that have been spent, and then this will bring about development. And then on the part of the contractors to sit up, knowing that the government is very serious about deliverables, so they will not just collect money and then run away from the from the site, and then the money is gone, and all of that, nobody accounts for it. So this time around, there's going to be accountability. People are going to sit up, deliver. When a contract is awarded to you, you make sure that you deliver your contract on time, and then use the best quality of materials to do this project, and what we've been seeing before. So I must say that the government of Akwa Ibom State has done very well, in setting up this delivery unit. It is done elsewhere in the world, where projects are tracked. And so I want to also call on other states as well as the federal government to have a unit like this that ensures that project, are delivered in a timely manner, and then so that the citizens, can have value, and the government can have value as well as the citizens benefit from this project.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I want to ask, do you think there's a clearly defined role that is quite different from that of the state ministries and agencies, project monitoring, the state legislature, when it comes to these delivery units?
Okay, so the governor, in his wisdom, will not just want, to duplicate another unit that will be doing the same work with that of a Minister of Works or the main ministry. I feel that the governor, the delivery unit is resident in the
we apologize for the glitch.
work. There's proper coordination, there's proper monitoring, and the governor cannot be everywhere. So this very unit, is going to have its own mandate and its own goal, in ensuring that, at the end of the day, what is expected, will be done. So I don't think that is a kind of duplication. Rather, what I'm thinking is that this unit that is set up by the governor is coming to play a complementary role, to help the ministry to achieve its goal and also help the administration to achieve the aim.
Okay, let's move away from the role of the delivery unit now to the role of the unit advisor. Do you think it's going to be different from just expert advice when it comes to the delivery units?
Please come again with your question.
The governor has said there will be an advisor over this delivery unit who will be appointed on the 2nd of October. Besides expert advice by the advisor, what other roles do you think that advisor will be saddled with?
Okay, so aside from the expert advisory, which the unit is going to give, I also think that the unit, is going to be involved even in the plan development of any particular project in the state, so that you will not just the unit will not just all of a sudden come up. No, the unit will be involved from the beginning, so that they will be able to track.
Barrister, I meant the advisor to be appointed. The advisor, not just the unit. The advisor that is going to oversee this delivery unit.
Yes, I'm saying that the advisor that will oversee the delivery unit, will not just be looking at the technical aspect of each project alone. Rather, the advisor will also be looking at, the formulation and development of each, project, so as to be able to, do effective and carry out effective oversight and effective monitoring. So, so the technical aspect of it is very, very important. But as much as that is important, the monitoring and execution of the project is very much important, because no matter how good a project is, if it is not, executed, if it is not properly executed, there can be no benefit, or the benefit derived would be very little. So I think that the advisor will bring a lot of expertise, will bring a lot of experience, to help the government even in contract negotiation. They negotiate terms of contract between independent contractors and the government, so that by the time the advisor is involved in this, the advisor will advise the government properly, on how to get the best from contractors and how to get the best value for any amount of money expended on each project. So I feel that the advisor is going to do a whole lot of work in that regard.
All right, Barrister Young, a lot of developments, positive developments actually have trailed the IBOM Air establishment in the state. And most recent is, of course, the release of 60 billion naira for acquisition of 2 new aircrafts announced by the governor, Pastor Moino, yesterday. Well, a lot of investment apparently has gone into IBOM Air. And what do you make of this parastatal, especially with the many strides it has engaged in recently? And to what extent is it going to affect the IGR of the state positively?
Okay, so recently the governor announced a 60 billion naira, voted for the Bombe project, which is a success story at the moment. So for me, I feel that this very money given to Bombe to acquire two new planes, CRJ900 series, because of course you know that the aviation industry is a very huge industry. The Akwa Ibom State government, tapping into this area through the Bombe project, it's a very good one. So the airline has a spanning in the West African region to be a regional operator, not just a domestic operator, a domestic airline. So this is going to boost, the fleet that the Bombe has, and then it's going to ensure that the Bombe, meets with its numerous, passengers that are, coming up every day due to the fact that the Bombe and that delivering very well. A lot of people have been, commending Bombe for what the company is doing in the aviation industry. So this is going to trickle down, and of course, it's very clear for the government to, new jets. It shows the company is expanding, and so as it is expanding, it is having footholds in many other places. When the company started, it started with Lagos, Abuja, and Akwa Ibom route, but now it has expanded, and then it's going to expand to even the West African region. So this is a very good one. So it's going to bring revenue to the state as it's invest. The government will be getting money from. To know that you cannot benefit from it. So the government investing in it is a good business, and it's going to benefit, the Akwa Ibom. It's going to boost tourism, and then our name will be on fly everywhere. So it is a thing of pride for me as an Akwa Ibom, Ibomite. It's also a thing of pride to me as a Nigerian that for the first time a subnational has been able to set up a thriving a passenger plane company in Nigeria, and we can all see this, and the benefit already is being seen. And of course, like I said earlier, the aviation industry is very large industry. We can see that even the former government, the government of former governor Victor Ta, conceptualized and started the building of Ibom International Airport, now Victor Ta International Airport. And then the Gospel Akpabio, government came, the Udo Emmanuel government came, and then built upon it. And then the Emmanuel's government is also expanding the frontiers. We have the MRO that will soon, will become operational. The government is also seeking the approval of the president of the federal government, to designate the airport, as a free trade zone. This is going to bring massive development into the state. This is going to enlarge, and expand our economic base. And this is going to bring much money, alleviate poverty, bring about employment, and then it's going to boost our tourism sector. So Akwa Ibom State is going to do very well. Akwa Ibom State will be competing with Lagos, competing with Port Harcourt and other places in the country by this very project. So it's a very welcome development.
Okay, thank you, Barrister Ndifrika. And I think with the commitment of the state governor in reiterating its support for infrastructural development, it has been able to put to rest earlier criticisms during the creation of the state airlines, as it is showing is working in the area of aviation. Thank you very much for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're moving on to other stories now, and we'll be talking about the Ijaw Youth Council.
Yes, the River State Police Command said its operatives swiftly responded to a sporadic shooting incident in the Bulama area of Port Harcourt City local government area, where the Ijaw Youth Council IYC Eastern Zone was conducting its elections. So the command spokesperson SP Grace Iringe Koko in a press statement said, upon receiving reports of the incident, the Commissioner of Police, CP Olatunji Disu, promptly dispatched tactical teams to the scene. It was gathered that the socio-cultural group was conducting an election at Buloma, where the shooting ensued and pandemonium rocked the community as residents ran to safety following the deafening gunshots. We're going to get perspective as regards the development in this shooting, and of course would be having joining us right now to give us details as regards what had transpired during this shooting. Well, joining us is Comrade Maboye Nangi Obu, Secretary General, Ijaw Youth Council Worldwide. Comrade, you're welcome. Hello, Comrade, can you hear me? Okay, we will take a short break right now, and when we return, we'll be able to connect and have an elaborate conversation as regards this shooting during the election of the IYC. Do stay tuned. Niger Delta Today continues.
In a world of overwhelming voices where everyone has different opinion on different issues, it is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Bonigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an invocative program that touches the core of our existence.
It is Groovy Mono, aka the Steve's Prince. Yo, what's up? It's Big Shags. I'm in London.
Hey guys, I'm Princess Jekoko. My name is Mutale Mwanza, the Queen of Zambian Media.
My name is Grand Friends iTech. Hi guys, my name is Baj Adibule. I'm an actor and a filmer.
Hello guys, I'm Falak Adebais.
My name is Kelechi Amadiobi, photographer, storyteller.
My name is Lanradi Dura. I'm an actor.
My name is Chidi Mokime.
Hi, my name is Uche Uba.
It's TV season.
I'm Stems.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and brothers, I am Jimmy. You can call me the Entertainer.
My name is Esio Dometa. I am an actor and a film producer.
My name is Sadiq Uvada.
Hi. My name is Julius the Genius. I would use a shout out to ADBN.
Big shout out to ADBN TV.
You're watching ADBN.
And you are watching.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
And this is ADBN TV.
And this is a shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching, don't switch the dial. Shout out to ADBN. Keep watching, love.
And you are watching ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. I've got one thing for you. Make sure you keep watching ADBN TV.
And shout out
to ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. Don't touch that dial.
And you're watching
ADBN TV. Keep watching ADBN TV.
And I'm shouting out to ADBN TV.
They're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV. This is where to be. And you're watching ADBN.
And shout out to
ADBN TV.
And shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching.
And you're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
Right now you are checking out ADBN TV. One time.
ADBN. Keep watching. I love you and kisses.
Keep watching ADBN.
And a special shout out to ADBN. Keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Please don't touch that dial.
Stay groovy.
Hey, Bobby.
Ha!
It's a shout out to ADBN.
Thanks for staying tuned to Niger Delta Today. Let's take you straight to Edo State, bring you updates as regards what's happening ahead of the polls on Saturday. The President of the Senate over the weekend, Godswill Akpabio, has said Edo people should be prepared to cast their votes ahead of the election of the governor in Edo State. Well, a lot of reactions have come trailing that particular development, especially as the heavyweights ahead of the elections continue to make plans to show their might in their different dispensation ahead of the elections. So then let's let you have a view of what transpired during that mega rally.
Now having the government of the people. Great. Great Nigeria youth. Great. In your incoming governor, Monday Okpebholo, Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Also to let you know that even if his deputy governor is also in the National Assembly with me. I'm talking about Dennis Idahosa. He's a member of the House of Representatives. With the two of them, the Gen Z generation is complete. You are now having the government of the future. You are not going back to the past. You want to go back to the past? No. You have an outgoing governor that everybody that supported him to come back had deserted him. Even Governor Wike of the same party had deserted him. Today you have all the big shots in PDP coming from Edo, joining the APC. So I don't want too much grammar. Somebody said that I said Monday does not speak English. I said I'm the one to say it. He speaks good English. He is the chairman of due process in the Senate. Has he not spoken today? I don't want somebody who speaks grammar. I want somebody who performs. As I'm standing in front of you, if you come to Akwa Ibom State, you'll see my signature from the airport. And you will move through the road without a pothole. And after that, if you branch towards the e-library, you will be shocked. And you enter the international stadium, you will be shocked. You enter the government house, you will be shocked. You will see the flyovers, you will be shocked. What are we talking about? We are talking about a government of the youth that will bring nothing but empowerment to
Well, the Vice President also made some comments and expectations of the Nigerian people ahead of the Edo polls. Of course, rallying Edo people to support the APC. I mean, the PDP has been talking, other parties have been talking. The APC is also saying they should vote in their candidates.
To pay keen attention to what I'm about to say. What Edo State needs is a strategic thinker, a builder, a man of the people, a man who can rally the great people of Edo State. Edo needs a man who will open his doors to the people, hear their cries, and lead them with the fear of God. Edo does not need a man who knows it all. Edo needs a man who feels the pulse of his people. Knows why it hurts. Has a story to tell in terms of where he's coming from. Choice of change makers. And applaud the interventions they have set aside to transform Edo from a place of promise into a land of productivity. Like all of us, we are eager and committed to working hand in hand to ensure that every resource, every naira, and every initiative benefits the good people of Edo. However, my Edo-likes, I must pause here to acknowledge the devastating floods that have recently swept across parts of our country, including Niger.
Well, also gathered that there were defections of high-profile politicians in the state. This is, also people who spoke also include the APC National Chairman, Abdullahi Ganduje.
Of the oldest cities in Africa, Benin should have an